Hello, good evening. Okay, so I'm in my room making this video because I'm not having a very good night right now. The other day I had realized, which I hadn't even thought about it, but I had realized that I had a lot of my husband's friends or husband's family as friends on Facebook. I guess have, because I haven't done anything about it yet. And I didn't realize, but apparently at some point they were all his, like a lot of his family were, I'm just laying on my bed, by the way, so you get to look at my ceiling. A lot of his family were commenting about, I guess, the Huskers game or something. So anyway, I had made I had made a post about just realizing that I didn't realize how many of his family I had on my Facebook wall, right? I like legitimately had no idea because I haven't used Facebook in over 2 years. Not really. I mean, beyond like updating my cover page with some of my World of Warcraft stuff. Beyond that, I really hadn't been using. I kind of started using it again, but only in the fact that I was like I would take pictures and like I was downtown walking and asked, see if people want to go walking with me, and I would take a picture of myself downtown here in town. And then I would use Instagram with Facebook highlighted before I hit post, so I would post on Instagram and on Facebook. And that was how I was using, that's how I am using Facebook. I don't have it on my phone. I was doing a lot of self-harm a couple of years ago because of how just certain things were affecting my life. And now that I look at it, I think a lot of where all that crazy crap was coming from was also from menopause, perimenopause, because I've been in perimenopause for 3 years now, and I'm 40 now, and so I started at 39. So I started having my symptoms. If I really think about it, I started having my symptoms when I was like 36. But I hadn't really thought of any of them as that. Like, I was having mood swings and all that, and memory issues, and just general, stuff I was having issues with. But anyway, I'm off topic. See? ADD. I gotta show my doctor some of these videos where I just am talking, and then she'll see my thought process just goes on something else. So you have to put up with it. I'm sorry. It is something that I have no control over. So anyway, okay, so I had made the comment because apparently I guess all of my husband's family members were commenting about how the Huskers weren't able to play or something. And like I said, I didn't realize, because I hadn't been on Facebook in years, and I didn't realize how many of those people were on my wall. And they were, I was just happened to read and see what people are, doing, because I had just come back from like walking for 4 hours that day, and it was really warm that day, I remember. And I was like, I want to see if anybody posted it, to my comments, to my pictures that I had made. And anyway, so I made a comment. The post was something like, that moment and I'm just trying to remember what it was word for word. I might get a few words wrong, so it's not a perfect quote, but it was, that moment you realize that half your Facebook friends are talking, or are family, and they keep talking about a crappy college football team that you care zero about, or something like that. It was something like that. It just was an off comment that, I realized it was a little bit on the on the argumentative side, but not overly. So then one of the people that was making comments about, she's like, "Oh, so you're talking about all the Husker stuff that's being posted on posted and stuff." Well, I'm from that's why college, and I want to talk about my college, and I'm sitting here going, I don't mind. I mean, you're entitled to talk about it all you want, as long as you understand that I'm entitled to complain about, you're talking about it. And then she went into more rants about how, just defending herself more and more about, not thinking that I don't have a right to talk about, what I want on my own wall. And I thought I was being as respectful as one can. But then, then two more people, my husband's relatives, started getting into this whole argument thing. And then they started, commenting like, "Go Big Red," and I'm sitting here, and then stupid me fed the freaking troll and said, oops, there we go. I had to change my position a little bit. Anyway, stupid me had to feed the troll, and I had said something like, this was written on my wall. I just posted it on my wall that I was commenting about how it was rather annoying that everything was blowing up about some stupid team I didn't care about. And then I said, and then you had to go and then start spamming my wall, a comment in my post on my wall about something that I said. And then I realized at that moment, crap, I just fed the troll. And I was so angry at that point, because then she also made a comment about, "Oh, that's right, you got to go play your Pokemons," or something like that. And I'm sitting here going, are you fucking kidding me? The only reason why I play that game is because it's something to do while I'm walking. So I'm out there exercising, and I figure I might as well do something on my phone, right? To make exercising less crappy crappier than it already is. I'm working on my health, and I had this comment being made. Are you kidding? So I have to, and then I'm angry, and my husband had just come home, and then he's like, "Well, you don't get to go to Nebraska anymore." And I'm sitting here going, at this point, I really don't want to. I'm at the point where it's like, I'm going to have to just, for the way I want to use my Facebook account to let people know, if I'm downtown, and I'm see if anybody wants to come. Nobody ever does, by the way, but that's okay. The offer's still there, and I'm still taking a picture of myself doing walking and going downtown and doing stuff, or whatever I happen to be doing, right? I'm not going to let some people from somewhere else ruin the rest of my day. So the last comment I did make before I stopped feeding the troll was, go Sooners. That was it. Just go Sooners. Because it's the equivalent of saying go Packers to a Vikings fan. Anyway, I don't know, I don't know. And apparently the Packers are more, their rival are the Bears, I guess, more. At least the guy that my backyard neighbor used to be a Packer fan, and God, I used to hate that, because he'd always have this light, and it would be the light, and it'd have a G on it, and he just shines it at his garage. And, I'm like, well, you know what? He has that right. And I was half tempted to get my own light with a Vikings logo. And so, but that's all friendly banter. It's just when you take it to the next level of assholery, that's when it becomes less fun. I mean, it's fun to jibe and make fun. I got a friend who's from Alabama, and he's like, "Well, just tell him you're an Alabama fan." I'm like, oh, hell no. But I mean, I make fun of him all the time, and his Atlanta Falcons. Oh, he actually asked me last year's season, because our the Vikings played Atlanta this last year, and he's like, "Hey, I'll buy you a ticket. You want to come down and watch the game?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." I've never actually been to an NFL game, and I told him no, because mainly because I don't like flying. I'm kind of a chicken shit when it comes to flying. And so it would have been just fly down, get to the stadium, use his ticket, and then go back home. And if I wanted to see him, if I wanted to do that, I would have wanted to spend a day, then go to the stadium, and then spend another day, and then go home. That would have been more fun. But anyway, where was I going with that topic? Oh yeah, I always make fun of him. Like we had this bet a couple years ago, so I do know how to make friendly banter with other people from other football teams. So, but when people start taking super huge offense, that's when it's like, I don't know. But stupid me fed the trolls, and now it's like I'm gonna have to go through my Facebook page, and I'm gonna have to get rid of 3 people at least are gonna have to be gone from my Facebook. I can't have them in there, especially the Pokemon Go comment was not needed to be said. That just made me mad, because I do that for exercise, and you don't criticize somebody who wants to exercise. It just, your negative comment just makes it 5 times harder for that person to step outside and go exercise again. But anyway, back to my one thing. So a couple of years ago, me and the Atlanta Falcons fan, the guy from Alabama, he goes, "If my team ranks better than your team this year," it wasn't last year, it was like 3 or 4 years ago or something. And my team being the Vikings and his team being the Falcons. Anyway, so the season goes on, and we're both jibing at each other in guild chat. Ha ha, the Falcons lost. Or, haha, the Vikings sucked ass that day, and just going on about crap like that, right? Well, at the end of the bet that we had made was, if my team had lost in ranking, so like if my team was ranked lower than his at the end of the season, I would have to wear a Falcons cheerleading outfit. And if his team lost, he would have to wear a Vikings cheerleading outfit. Well, that season, my team ranked higher than his, and I never did get to see him wear the cheerleading outfit. But he made up for it. He bought me a Chris Carter jersey. An away team one. I would rather have had a home team jersey, but away team's okay. I'm not a big fan of wearing the white jerseys, because then I have to wear an undershirt, because, you don't want people to see your bra and stuff. So, but anyway, I actually feel a lot better now, but I do realize now that I'm going to have to go in and rework my Facebook. So, if you watched all of this, yay that you got to listen to all of my whining and ranting. I guess I didn't really rant, but more of just talking. And you get to see up close face. It's all right. I actually do feel better. So thank you, YouTube people. Bye.